How are you guys doing? Last
Great.
time I checked, the bodies were, the body count was
I mean, it's just spring ball. You know, it's just the way it is. I don't know, someone was saying something about, oh, we're not going to have a spring. I never said that. I just said that I don't know how we're going to pick up the spring game. How we're going to, you know, divvy it. Are we going to even divide teams? Are we going to go 1-0 versus 1D and then 2D versus, you know what I mean? Divide teams but have it that way? I don't know that yet. I got to wait and see how we came out of today. You know, whatever is the best way for us to have the most productivity. You know, but we're going to play a game out here. And we're going to rock and roll. You know, and you know, the injuries are what they are. You know, you get to the bitter end of spring ball like this. Everybody in the country, I don't care who you are, you get banged up because you're trying to take some of the hits off the older guys. You know, and it's just the way it is, which is fine. It's fine.
You noticed your hand out there, and I know you want to keep him in and out a little bit, but how much has he been able to do?
No, none. He's had no spring practice. He's not cleared yet. He will be, but he's not now. We have several guys. Mike Walker's like that. He's not cleared. John Baker's not cleared. Sam Schmall's not cleared. You know, Christian Garrison's not cleared. And we got a lot of guys out. They've been out the whole spring though. You know, but they're fine. I mean, they'll be fine. They're just not quite there yet. They're probably, you know, some are a couple of weeks, some are a month away from being cut loose. So it's all good.
So what does he do in the red shirt? Like,
red shirt means they're out.
Okay. So just out on the field, but not participating.
Right. Gotcha. Well, there's a lot of red shirts out there. Those guys are out. Gotcha. Red means out. Yellow means caution. That means they can do some things, but not others. Gotcha. Usually no live contact.
Gotcha. How's I saw some deep balls out of him. Like, you throw it a little. I mean, like obviously. But how much is he impressed with that ability?
Oh, both those guys are throwing the crap out of the ball.
Sure.
They really are. You know, I mean, they're accurate throwers. And we got guys that are catching the ball pretty well. We're doing a lot of stuff right now. It's encouraging.
How's the battle going for John Johnson's replacement?
Well, good. I mean, you know, Lucas Dennis and Mehdi and you know, Will Harris was a starter last year, but these guys are playing a really good level of ball right now. I'm really pleased, you know. I mean, we're pretty athletic in the back end. We're pretty athletic as a team right now, you know, and those guys have had a good spring. They're playing well, and John was a really good player for us. But I think these guys are playing at a high level. Our secondary is really, I think, going to be an outstanding unit this year.
And just Lucas in particular, how has he played?
Good. Smart guy, okay. Athletic, can run, very coachable. Yeah.
That's what John Johnson was?
Yes. Okay. Yep. John's a little, probably, you know, at this stage, John's, you know, was just got more experience, more veteran. But Lucas is pretty athletic.
Just going backwards, I mean, how much is that quarterback competition going to like keep you up a little bit when you try to, if they're playing well? Like
I love it. I mean, when your team's right, you should have good competition, you know, and so to have the quarterbacks battling each other, I think is just a really good, healthy thing. If you can, today's world, if you can keep that going, that's a good thing. It's harder, you know, than it was in the old days, but I mean, it's good to have guys that means you have two good players, you know, and that's good.
I'd imagine Darius' strength, one of them has to be the fact that he's been around and he's able to lead a little bit more because he's more familiar. But I'm curious how much you want to see out of Anthony, whether he can, how quickly he develops that rapport with his teammates.
He's got it now.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, he's done a great job with that. Those guys have both had a very productive spring, quite frankly. And the young guys are doing good too, you know. E.J. Perry's doing good. I mean, those guys they're working hard. John Fadul's working hard. You know, I'm pleased. We're so much further ahead than we've been in the past right now. You know, in terms of the complete game. You know, run, throw. I mean, just further ahead.
Any idea how you're going to split up the teams for Saturday yet?
You know, we got to talk about it today, and probably make a decision tomorrow. But I mean, you know, I'm not sure. You know, I like to. Sometimes, you know, I like to have a draft and just let the kids have fun with that. We did it last year, and I liked it. I just think that right now with Baker, Schmall, and Elijah all out, you just want to be careful that you don't put some guys in a position that they're really not ready to be in with one of your quarterbacks. So, you know, might do it a little differently, but we'll still have a normal, you know, scrimmage with normal scoring. We won't turn it into an OD, you know, advanced math, figure it out deal. I mean, it'll be, you know, it'll be a regular game, no matter how we divide it, whether we go 1-0 and match 1-0 and 2D up and match 1D and 2-0 up, and, you know, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. It's not that. Can I tell you something? It's not that significant to me, really. I really want to come out here, have some fun, let them play let them play. You know, no drills. Just come out here and play. And I kind of like to see some continuity, I think, with what we're doing right now. So I'm probably leaning a little bit that way. You know, keep the best continuity that we can keep. And then, quite frankly, I'll get the older guys out of there pretty quickly. Let the younger guys kind of scrimmage it up a little bit. You know, I'll make a decision whether it's going to be tackle or thud. You know, at this stage. I really like to give us the best opportunity to stay as healthy as we can right now. We've had a really good spring, really productive. And, you know, last thing you want to do is, you know, God forbid you lose anybody. Now it happens, it's football, but you'd really like to do the best you can to keep that to a minimum.
What about the interior tackles on defense?
Yeah.
Is there a Truman, good apple on that bunch?
I mean, he was a really good player.
Yeah.
You know, we've got really, really good ends. You got Ray Smith and Noah in there inside that are really. Noah's done a lot of good things. Ray's a really good football player. And then we've got some, you know, a guy like Kevin Coey and got a couple different guys battling it out in there a little bit. I told you earlier, and I think we're really talented right now. I think that we don't have the same interior depth that we had. You know, and so we need some of these younger guys like Tanner Carafa and like Bryce Moraes, a young guy. You know, I'd like to see him step up. You know, he does some really good things. There's just no consistency there. You know, he's still a young, immature guy, but he's got ability. So we got those guys in there all kind of plugging and battling. I think they're getting coached at a very high level, which is a good thing. And then we got some flexibility. You know, we can move some of those ends around and use them a little bit too. Those are really talented guys, really talented.
Truman was good at giving you 2nd and 8, you know.
I mean, Truman was a pro player.
Yeah.
Even though he's not going to attack the NFL, he would have been an NFL player. I mean, he's a really good player. So we got some work to do there in terms of developing the young guys interiorly. Got some young pups that we think are going to be good players, but we got to grow them up pretty quickly to give us some depth.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.